A Reddit post by Weddingthrowaway1387 in the Am I the Blank Hole section of Reddit posted, AITA for not inviting my sister to my wedding. So my 31-year-old female fiancé, 33-year-old male and I are getting married this summer. We've been planning our wedding for what seems like forever, over a year, and are starting to iron out final details like seating arrangements. Everything has been going smoothly until my sister, 29-year-old female, requested she bring a special guest. But first, some context on my sister that I feel is relevant. My fiancé is technically one of my sister's exes, but they were broken up when we got together, and their relationship was not particularly serious. They dated for a little less than a year, and my fiancé and I didn't go on our first date until about 5 months after they parted ways. This did lead to some initial awkwardness between my sister and me, and she started to act differently. After taking some time to be single, she decided to travel, started an OnlyFans, and generally became interested in self-exploration. Family and I were supportive with all of this. My parents don't know about and my sister seemed to be okay with my fiancé and me being together. It's now been about 3 years since then, and while we are not incredibly close, we have a good relationship. Now, the special guest. Part of my sister's self-exploration was seeking therapy and ways to improve her mental health. She got very into the idea of getting a pet, especially a non-traditional one. After discussing it with her therapist, she decided on a pet goat. You can see where this is going. Sister has become incredibly attached to said goat, taking it on walks, cooking it homemade meals, and generally treating it like her own child. Again, my family and I were all supportive of this as it was a positive influence in her life and goats are harmless. But my sister wants to bring Buttercup to my wedding. I thought she was joking when she told me she wants to bring Buttercup. I obviously did not picture a barn animal at my wedding. It will be indoors, and I know my sister will want Buttercup next to her at all times. But it gets more complicated, as my fiancé and I initially said absolutely not, and my parents, who are paying for half the wedding, have gotten involved and want us to allow Buttercup to attend. At this point I'm torn. Part of me wants to say okay to prevent another fallout with my sister that will include my parents, but the thought of a goat being in my wedding photos makes me feel like the wedding will be a joke. Also, this animal is constantly going to the bathroom, and I don't even know what arrangements I could make to keep the venue clean in the event of an accident. It's a converted barn, so it's not like this would be happening in a formal event hall or church or anything, but still. This is supposed to be a big wedding with lots of friends and family from both sides, so at this point picking a different venue or not taking my parents' money is out of the question. I think I can move my parents on the issue, but Wibda, if I put my foot down and say no goats and thus no sister at my wedding? If you enjoyed this video, then you enjoy the others on our accounts. Follow to see more.